Okay, good evening everybody. Am I audible? Am I audible? Please confirm in the chat box. Someone please confirm in the chat box, guys. Am I audible? Okay, wonderful. So let us start the session. My voice is low. Now is it fine, guys? Am I audible clearly now? Confirm once again. Am I audible clearly now? Yeah. Okay. So good evening, Abhishek. Good evening, Sudarshan Kulkarni. Yep. So where were we in the previous class, guys? We were discussing about problems on combinations, right? So today we are supposed to start problems based on geometry in permutation and combination. So let us see what these are. Okay, let me clear the screen for you first. Okay. So what are we supposed to do here? We are supposed to do problems on combinations, right? Just give me a second. Just give me a second. We'll start the session right away. Okay, guys. So we are good to go. Problems on combinations. So now we shall start problems based on geometry. P and C. One second. Hello, Omkar. Welcome to the session. Yeah, I think we are good to go. So let us see what we have. So the first question will be based on handshakes. Okay, first question will be based on handshakes. You might be wondering, how are these related with how are these related to geometry? You'll understand. Okay, so good evening, Renu. Welcome to the session. Handshakes. Okay, let us say what kind of a question we'll get. Let us say when there are two people, if there are two people, how many handshakes can be produced? How many handshakes can be produced if there are two people? Good evening, Kusuma. Anybody? How many handshakes can be produced whenever there are only two people? If there are only two people, how many handshakes can be produced? Let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Two people. It will be only one handshake, right? One handshake. If there are three people, how many handshakes? Let us say between A and B1, and between B and C1, and between C and A1. So that will give us three handshakes. Three handshakes. Well, guys, if it is more than 10 people, now this process becomes slightly difficult. Let us see how do we directly calculate that. Suppose, guys, if there are, let us say, assume 10 people are there. 10 people are there. How many handshakes can be produced? Let us see. Check this. Now, guys, when there are 10 people, observe here. Let us say those 10 people are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. These are the 10 people. Now, A will produce how many handshakes? He will give 9 handshakes to the remaining 9 people. He will produce 9. B will produce 9 handshakes when he shakes his hand with every other person. 9. C will again produce 9 handshakes when he shakes his hand with every other person. So likewise, every individual will produce 9 handshakes. Totally 10 people are there. Every person is producing 9 handshakes. So totally how many handshakes are done? 9 into 10, 90 handshakes. Agree? 9 into 10, 90. But careful. These are not the actual number of handshakes. When A is done with shaking his hand with every other person and he comes back and he will sit. Now B starts. Now B starts shaking his hand with every other person. He will do 9. He will give 9 handshakes. But B once again giving handshake to A. It means between them handshake happened twice. A already gave 1 handshake to B. Now B is giving 1 more. So between them handshake happened twice. Now come to C. C will again, now B comes back and he will sit in his position. C will go and he will start shaking his hand with every other person. He will do 9 handshakes. In this process, he will give 1 handshake to A, 1 handshake to B. It means between A and C it is happening twice. Between B and C also it is happening twice. Now C goes and sits back. Again D will start. Now again D will produce 9 handshakes. In this process, he will give 1 handshake to A, 1 handshake to B, 1 handshake to C. It means between them also, between A and D, handshake happened twice. Between B and C, twice. Between C and D, twice. So it means in this 9 into 10, every handshake is happening 2 times. So out of this 90 handshakes, every handshake is happening 2 times. So divide it with the 2, it will give you 45 handshakes altogether. 45 handshakes. Suppose if there are 20 people, check this out. 20 people are there. Each produce how many handshakes? 19 handshakes. Every individual will produce 19 handshakes into totally 20 people, 19 into 20. But between everyone, there will be a repetition. Twice the handshake will be happening, so we'll divide with the time. 2. So this gives us what? 2 into 10. This will give us 190 handshakes. How many? 190 handshakes. Now observe carefully. Suppose if there are n minus 1 people. What is it? If there are n minus 1 people. N minus 1 people. Sorry, n people. If there are n people. Totally n people are there. Every person will produce n minus 1 handshakes. But every handshake will be repeated twice. So we have to divide it with 2. So this gives us the number of handshakes. Number of handshakes. So number of handshakes will be given as n into n minus 1 divided by 2. N into n minus 1 divided by 2. Or directly you can do NC2 as well. NC2 will also give the same answer. Why NC2? Understand. Totally n people are there. Now for one handshake you need 2 people. Let us say when there are 10 people. Again 10 people. N is equal to 10. N is equal to 10. What do we do? N is equal to 10. Then we need number of handshakes is equal to NC2. NC2 means what? 10 people are there. We need 2 people for every handshakes. How many ways we can select 2 people out of 10 people is a 10C2. This will give us a 10 into 9 divided by 2 into 1. That will be 45. Exactly same answer. Exactly same answer. Observe here as well 45, here as well 45. If n is equal to 20, we can do 20C2. So that gives us what? 20 into 19 divided by 2 into 1. So this will once again give us 190 handshakes. So this is how we will calculate the number of handshakes. Either you use n into n minus 1 by 2 or NC2. Both will give us the same answer. Am I clear? Am I clear? Please confirm in the chat box. Please confirm in the chat box whether did you understand this or not. Number of handshakes. Everybody, please confirm in the chat box. Everyone. Others. I want every single person to respond, guys, here. Every single person to respond in the class. Okay, good. Okay, another one. So we dealt with number of handshakes, that is done. Now let us deal with the number of lines. Number of lines. How many lines can be drawn? Number of lines. Observe this carefully. Suppose if there are 2 points, we can draw only one line. Between these 2 points, one line. That's all. Suppose if there are 3 points, let us assume the 3 points are like this. How many lines can be drawn? 1, 2, 3. Right? Here only one line. Here we can draw 3 lines. Suppose if there are 4 points, let us assume 4 points are in this way. How many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will get 6 lines. Observe. What is happening here? If there are n points, from each point, how many lines we can draw? n minus 1. But every line is repeated twice, so divide with the 2. So this will give us a number of lines. Observe this point carefully one more time. There are 4 points, let me call them as A, B, C, D. Okay, observe this carefully. From A, how many lines I can draw? 3. 1, 2, 3. From B, how many? 1, 2, 3. From C, how many? 1, 2, 3. From D as well. 1, 2, 3. So 4 points are there. From each point we can draw 3. 4 into 3. But every line is drawn 2 times there if you observe. So divide with the 2, we will get 6 points. So that's how we get the formula n into n minus 1 divided by 2. Or you can directly use NC2. We can use NC2 as well. So both are absolutely same. So what do we understand? Here? Drawing a number of lines or calculating number of handshakes, both are absolutely same. Everybody, did you understand this? Drawing number of lines? Please confirm in the chat box. Please confirm in the chat box, guys. But there is a condition here. Observe this condition carefully. What is happening here? Here, no 3 points can be collinear. That is the condition, guys. Only when no 3 points are collinear, only then I can use the formula n into n minus 1 or NC2. Now what happens if more than 2 points are collinear? That will be our next part. What is the condition here? If more than 2 points, more than 2 points are collinear, what happens? Observe. What happens if more than 3 points are collinear? Now observe here carefully. Here, let us say I have some 5 points. 3 points are like this and another 3 points are like this. Totally 6 points assume. From each line, how many? From 6 points are there. From each point, how many lines I can draw? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what do we get? N into n minus 1 or directly NC2. NC2. But if you observe carefully, when the 3 points are collinear, when 3 points are collinear, in this 3 points, I do not know how many lines are there. We do not know how many lines are there in this. There can be 2 lines or there can be 3 lines. So there will be a repetition there. We have to remove them. How? Let us call number of collinear points as M. Calculate with those collinear points how many lines we can calculate, how many lines we can draw. So 3 points are there, M points are there, MC2, remove them from NC2, but add 1 to this, add 1 to this. Why add 1 to this? If you see here, in this one, I will count to 1, 2, and this big one alone will act as another one, another line. So altogether, after eliminating, we have to count the bigger line as well. That is the reason why we are, adding 1. For duplicates, we removing minus MC2 plus 1 bigger line. That is what? 1. Adding 1 extra. Now check this out once. Check this out. What will be the solution for this? Totally here 6 points are there. So what do we do? N is equal to 6, M is equal to 3. It means what? 3 collinear points. 3 collinear points are there. What do we do? First you check out totally how many points are there? 6. From 6 points, how many lines I can draw? 62. Now repetitions happening because of the collinear points. Collinear points means what, guys? The points which are in the same straight line. We call them collinear. So what do we get? M number, that is 3. 3C2 are collinear. So 3C2 happened because of the 3 collinear points. We will remove them and we will add 1 extra, and we'll add 1 extra. So if you do this, what do we get? 6 into 5 divided by 2 into 1. Minus this will be 3 and this will be 1. So 2 into 1, 2 into 3. 3 into 5, 15. 15 minus 3 is a 12. 12 plus 1 is a 13 lines can be drawn. 13 lines can be drawn. You will understand this. Stay with me. Stay with me. Suppose if I have N is equal to 15 points. N is equal to 15 points. Now, M is equal to, let's say, 5 points. M is equal to 5 points or 5 vertices. So what do we call them? These are collinear. Collinear points are how many? 5. How many lines can be drawn now? What do we do? Using N, that is 15, we can draw 15C2. Minus, we remove the lines which are drawn through the collinear points, that is 5C2, and we will add 1 extra line. That is because of collecting all the 5 collinear points will make 1 line. That is what we are adding. So if we calculate this, what do we get? 15C2 is 15 into 14 divided by 2 into 1. Minus this is what? 5 into 4 divided by 2 into 1 plus 1. So what do we get here? 2 into 1, 2 into 7. 15 into 7, 105. Minus this is a 10 plus 1. That should give us a 96 lines. How many lines can be drawn? 96 straight lines can be drawn. Did you understand? Everyone, please confirm in the chat box. Did you understand how to calculate the number of lines when more number of points are collinear? Please confirm in the chat box, everybody. Now, if your video quality is not good, guys, if you see on the top, you will see 3 points here. When you click on that, you will get advanced quality, video quality, advanced options. If you click on that, change that from 144 pixel, you will be find 240 pixel, 360 pixel and 720, something like that, 480 and 720. Make sure you will have at least 360 pixel. That's when the quality will be good, guys, in YouTube. Okay, so now everyone else, I want everybody to respond whether you understood these points or not. Everyone. So if you're understanding people, please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate to like the video, people. Please like the video if you are liking the teaching here. Sir, I got calculation, but can you repeat with the 6 points? 6 points. Observe. Okay, that also we can do, not a problem. Who is that? Sudarshan. Look, where is that 6 points? Here. N is equal to 6, M is equal to 3. With the 6 points, how many lines we can draw? 6C2. Now collinear, M is equal to 3. 3 collinear points, with them how many lines we can draw? 3C2. We remove them from total lines. But all the 3 lines, all the 3 points will make one extra line, single line. So add that one. So 6C2 minus 3C2 plus 1. Okay. How questions will be asked, sir? The question will be exactly same like this. Okay, I will type it out for you. Okay, we will have one more question. I will type the exact question. How will be the questions on this regard? Observe. One second. Just check this out. One second. Yeah. How many what is happening with this? Okay. Understood the problem. Just give me a second. How many straight lines? How many straight lines can be drawn? How many straight lines can be drawn using 20 points, of which 6 are collinear, This will be the question. Okay, of which 6 are collinear. Now look, exactly the same way. What is the n value here? What is n value here? N value is 20 because total points are 20. How many collinear points are there? M, which is equal to 6. So how do we calculate? Using N, we can calculate 20 C2 lines. Using M, 6 collinear points, so we can draw 6 C2 lines. And still we have to add one extra line at the end, which is formed because of the 6 collinear points. Okay. Now, what do we get here? If you calculate this, this will be what? 20 into 19 divided by 2 plus this is 6 into 5 divided by 2 plus 1. So what will be this value? 1. This is minus, guys. I'm sorry. This is minus. So we will get 190 minus 15 plus 1. So what do we get there? 190 minus 15. It will be 175 plus 1. 176 will be the answer. 176. Sudarshan, Bhavana, how are you getting? 174. It should be 176, right? Check it out once, guys. Check it out. 190 minus 15 will make it 175. 175 plus 1 extra. That will make it 176 but not 174. Am I clear with this question, everybody? Now understood? Now understood. Can we get the slides of the session? Can we get the slides of the session? Yes, you will get the entire PPT, guys. I will give you the entire solutions PPT here. How are you guys getting 174, man? 20 into 19. How are we getting this? How are you getting 174? Check this out. This is 2 into 1, 2 into 10. 10 into 19 is 190. And this is 2 into 1, 2 into 3, 3 into 5 is 15. Plus 1, 176 it is. Check the calculations clearly. So this is all about calculating number of lines. Am I clear? Am I clear with this? Can I go to the next concept? Can I go to the next concept? Yes? Okay. Now, Another one. Next concept will be calculating number of diagonals. Number of diagonals. Observe. How do we calculate number of diagonals? So people who are watching, guys, if you did not subscribe to the channel, please take 10 seconds time and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't downloaded, if you haven't subscribed yet. Okay, so number of diagonals. Observe this carefully. How do we calculate number of diagonals? Now check this point. In a triangle, can I have any diagonals in triangles? No, we can't. Suppose if I take a rectangle or a square, can I have diagonals? Yes, of course. I can have diagonals. If you see, this is one diagonal, this is one diagonal. Now suppose if I take a pentagon, let me check if the shape is available. No. Let me draw a pentagon. Pentagon looks like this with 5 sides. This is a pentagon. How many diagonals we can draw? Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 diagonals we can draw. Now firstly, let us understand what is a diagonal. What is a diagonal? Diagonal is a line. DIA, right? I'm sorry, DIA. Diagonal, just a second. Let me increase the size of this. Now, what is a diagonal, people? First, understand the definition of the diagonal. Diagonal is a line. Diagonal is a line drawn from one point to every other point in a except the neighboring points and NIGH, did I? Okay, no, you. Neighboring points, except the neighboring points and the point itself, in a regular polygon. In a regular polygon. Yeah. In a regular polygon. This is a diagonal. Now, polygon basically starts. What is a polygon, people? What is a polygon? If a figure having at least 4 sides, then we call it a polygon. What is a regular polygon? All the angles must be equal. Then we call it a regular polygon. Now observe. How do we calculate this? Look, guys, once again, let me take the help of hexagon. If I take an hexagon, 6 points, 6 lines. This is a hexagon. Now, how do we calculate number of diagonals? Please observe carefully. Let us say from this point, let us say points are A, B, C, D, E, F. What is a diagonal? It is a line drawn from one point to every other point in the polygon except to its neighbors and itself. Now from A, I cannot draw a line to F and B because those two are neighbors. If I draw, that will become a side, not a diagonal. Except F, B and itself, A itself, I can draw everywhere. So how many diagonals I'll get? If I draw A to E one diagonal, A to E one diagonal, A to D one diagonal, A to C one diagonal. 3 diagonals are there. How many are there? 3 diagonals from A. Likewise from B, I can't draw to A, C and B itself. So how many diagonals B to F I can draw? Arey yaar. Better I use a tool here. I can draw B to F one diagonal, and again I can draw B to E one diagonal, and again I can draw B to D. So observe what is happening from every point. From every point, how many diagonals I can draw? 3, right? So what is it? Totally 6 points are there. 6 points are there into 3. 6 into 3, 18. But every diagonal will be counted twice. Observe. If I draw from C, C to A1, and again C to F1, and again C to E1. Again, if I draw from D, from D to B1 line, from D to A1 line, and again from D to F1 line. Now, if you see carefully, every diagonal is being counted twice. Let us draw from E as well. From E, I can draw to A, and I can draw to B, and I can draw to C as well. See, every diagonal is being counted 2 times, so we divided with a 2. That will give us a 9 diagonals. 9 diagonals. Now observe this carefully. Let us say there are 10 points. 10 points. Okay. A polygon with a 10 sides or 10 vertices. What happens here? 10 lines. Now tell me, from each point I can draw how many diagonals? From one point I cannot draw to its neighbors and itself. So we remove 3. 10 minus 3, 7. From each point I can draw 7 diagonals. So 10 into 7 divided by every diagonal counted twice. So that should give us a 35 diagonals. That should give us a 35 diagonals. Suppose if I have 20 points. If I have 20 points, how many I get? 20 into 17. Why 17? From every point I can draw only 17 diagonals. Why? From that point I have to remove the neighbors and itself. 20 minus 3, 17. And everything is counted 2 times. That should give us 170 diagonals. Now, let us generalize this. Let us generalize this. Now, you tell me, if there are n points, from each point, how many diagonals I can draw? If there are n points, so from each point, how many diagonals I can draw? Anybody? Anybody? I'm waiting for your answer. I'm waiting for your answer. Anyone? Sudarshan says n minus 3. Others? Others? Anybody else? We can draw exactly n minus 3 people. N minus 3 from each point and divide with 2. And divide with 2. So n into n minus 3 divided by 2. That should give us the number of diagonals. This is how we calculate the number of diagonals. Am I clear with this, everyone? Am I clear with number of diagonals? Can we go to the next part? Can we go to the next part? Let us learn how to calculate number of triangles after this. Copy this one. Copy this one. Next, we shall start number of triangles. How do we calculate number of triangles? How to calculate number of triangles? Copy that so that we can go further. Now, observe. To draw a triangle, how many points do we need? How many points do we need to draw a triangle? 3 points. Agree? 3 points we need. Now what do we do? If there are 3 points, if there are, let us say, 3 points, we will get exactly one triangle. If there are 3 points, how many triangle? One triangle. If there are 4 points, what happens? How many triangles? Observe. Let us say these are my 4 points. How many triangles? This is one triangle and this is another triangle. 2 are done. If I take this, this is one triangle. This is one triangle. If you see, this is one triangle and this is another triangle. We can get how many? We can get how many? 4 triangles in this. 4 triangles. Simply, if there are n points, if there are n points, we can draw NC3 triangles. How many? NC3 triangles. If we have n points, we can draw NC3 triangles. Am I clear with this? Everybody, did you understand? Did you understand the number of triangles? Just directly, n points are there. You need 3 points for every triangle. So selecting 3 points out of n points. Suppose if you have 10 points, if you have 10 points, what do we get? If we have 10 points, we will get 10C3. That's all. So what do we get here? 10 into 9 into 8 divided by 3 into 2 into 1. So that becomes 3 into 3, 2 into 1, 2 into 4. So what do we get here? 10 into 3 is 30. 30 into 4 is how much? 120. 120 triangles we can form. Now you tell me the answer for this. If I have 20 points, if I have 20 points, how many triangles? 20 points will make how many triangles? Tell me the answer. Waiting for your answer. How many? 1140 is what Manohar says. Others? Anybody else? Anybody else? What is the answer here? 1140 is what Bhavana says. 3 into 2 is 6. 6 into 1, 6 into 3. What do we get here? 20 into 19 into 3 is 57. When I multiply this, 1140 is our perfect answer, guys. Absolutely right answer. So this is how we calculate number of triangles. There will be one special case here. There will be one special case here. Observe. Suppose there are 2 lines, okay? There are 2 lines. Observe this carefully. There are 2 lines like this. Now, on the first line, I have 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 collinear points. Here I have 3 collinear points. How many triangles can be drawn? How many triangles can be drawn? Okay, so this is a question. The question will be how many triangles can be drawn on the above figure. Observe. How many triangles? This will be the question. How many triangles can be drawn in the given figure? What do we have to do? Careful. Stay with me. Stay with me. Check this point. Guys, here I can draw one triangle like this. How? By using 2 points on the first line, let us call this as L1 and let us call this as L2. Okay, I can draw a triangle by using 2 lines on the top. I can use these 2 points, I can draw a triangle. Or I can use these 2 points with this or with this. So what do I do? To draw a triangle, I need 2 points from the line 1 and 1 point from the line 2. How do we select 2 points from the line 1? That is 6 are there. We need to select any 2. How many ways? 6C2 and one from the line 2. So 3 are there. I need to select 3C1. We are not yet done. Or I can draw in this way as well, right? 2 points from the line 2 and only 1 point from the line 1. See, I can draw in this way also. What is happening now? Now from the line 1, we are selecting only 1 point. And from the line 2, we are selecting how many points? 2 points. Or means what? Plus. This will give us the total number of triangles we can form. Observe. 6C2 is what? 6 into 5 divided by 2 into 3C1 is 3 itself. Or means plus. 6C1 is 6 into 3C2 is 3. So this will be what? 15 into 3, 45 plus 6 into 3, 18. So that will be 63 triangles. 63 triangles. I'm repeating this one more time. Observe this carefully. Yeah. Look. I can use 2 points from the above line and 1 point in the line 2. I can make one triangle in this way. One triangle in this way. So I need to select 2 points from the line 1. How can I do that? 6 points are there, 6C2. And I need to select 1 point from the line 2. I can select any of the points. That's not a problem. So out of 3 points, I need to select 1 point. So that's how I'll get a 3C1. 6C2 is selecting 2 points from the line 1 and 3C1 is selecting 1 point from the line 2. What is the other way of drawing? I can select 2 points from the line 2 and 1 from the line 1. From the line 1, this time we are selecting only 1 point. Out of 6, we need 1 point, means 6C1. And from the second line, out of 3 points, this time we need to select 2 points. How do we do that? 3C2. 6C1 into 3C2. So this will give us the final answer, that is 63 triangles. Did you understand the question? Did you understand the question? Everybody, please confirm in the chat box. A slightly high level compared to the problems what we solved earlier, but yes, we can easily crack it, not a problem. Everybody, did you understand? Please confirm in the chat box. Manohar, so y plus look, or I can select 2 points from the line 1 and 1 point from the line 2, or 2 points from the line 2 and 1 point from the line 1. Or means what? Addition. In the beginning I told you guys, rule of or and rule of and, very important. You should know when to use or, when to use and. Or means what? Or means what? Addition. And means multiplication. Sir, y plus 6C3. That's what Chetan. Or, because we are using or in between, select 2 points from the line 1 or select 1 point from the line 1. I can't say select 2 from line 1 and 1 from line 1. That is wrong. 2 from line 1 and 1 from line 2, or 1 from line 1 and 2 from line 2. So we are using or, that's why we are taking addition. Am I clear, Chetan, now? Am I clear? Why we are taking addition? Addition is only because of the or operation. In the first class, I clearly told you guys, rule of or means addition and rule of and means multiplication. Am I clear with this, everyone? Everyone, did you understand this? Why I am using or and why addition there? Everybody, please confirm one more time in the chat box, everyone. Chetan, did you understand? Did you understand? You have to tell me first so that I can go further. So if you like the method, people who are watching, don't forget to like the video, and please do subscribe to the channel as well, guys. Okay, so let us continue. So one more example of similar kind I will take. Okay, one more example of similar kind. Okay, now here I have, let's say, 6 points. Here I have 6 points. Here I have 10 points. I'm not drawing them. I'm just directly writing. So question will be exactly the same thing. How many triangles can be drawn in the given figure? How many triangles can be drawn in the given figure? Observe this carefully. Now, first, what do we do? I can select 2 points from the first line. Line 1, 2 points. Line 1, 2 points, and Acha Chetan, this is your first class, buddy. Don't worry. The previous classes are available. You can check them later. You can find it in the YouTube as well as app. Okay. So, or what is the second case? Line 1. Line 1, I can select 1 point, and line 2, I can select 2 points. So, check this out. Line 1, I need 2 points. Totally, how many points are there? 6 points. How do I select? 6C2, and means multiplication. From line 2, I need 1 point out of 10 points, that is 10C1. Or means addition. Now line 1, how do I select? Line 1, only 1 point. Out of 6, 1 point means 6C1. And line 2, I need 2 points out of 10 points, that is a 10C2. So now if you do this, Manohar says 420 is the answer. 420 is the answer, let us say. What do we get here? This is 6 into 5 divided by 2. This is a 10. And this is 6C1. Into this is a 10 into 9 by 2. So this is what? 15. 15 into 10, 150. Plus this is what? 45. 45 into 6 is a 270. When we add both of them, that will be 370, 420 triangles. 420 triangles can be formed. So are we clear with the concept of triangles? Everybody, how to calculate number of triangles? Did you understand? Did you understand? Please confirm in the chat box, everyone now. Everyone, whoever are watching, please people, everybody must respond in the class. Everybody must respond here. Samiksha, Manohar, Chandana, Bhavan, Chetan, Kusuma. Only these people are responding, guys. Others, yes, Vaishnavi. Who else are there here? Vaishnavi, that's it. Others. Do respond, people. Do participate in the conversation. That's when the class will be interesting, guys. Okay. So, okay, guys. Now, let us continue further. Now we are done with the triangles. Let us see rectangles now. Number of rectangles. How do we calculate? What is it? In number of rectangles. One last topic for the day. We will finish this and then we shall stop for the day. And tomorrow onwards, we will deal with problems based on arrangements. See, so far we never used arrangements here. Number of rectangles. How do we calculate? Observe here. Suppose if there is, let us say 3 cross 2. 3 cross 2 grid. We call it 3 cross 2 grid. Means 3 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. This is nothing but 3 cross 2 grid. How many rectangles? 1, 2, and the bigger one 3. So it just gives us 3 rectangles. Suppose if I have, let's say, 4 cross 3 grid, means what? There will be 4 horizontal lines and 3 vertical lines. Now how many triangles? How many rectangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apart from this, 7, 8, okay, 9, 10. Again, what else? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I could have missed a few more. And one more bigger one, 18. 18 I'm getting like this, but this is not a feasible method. Now you must have understood by this. You must have understood by this. Okay. So we cannot use this method. We need some other methods. Now you tell me, for one rectangle, how many horizontal lines we need? 2 horizontal lines. How many vertical lines we need? 2 vertical lines. So to draw one rectangle, we need 2 horizontal lines. 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. Agree? We need 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines for every one rectangle. Now observe. Here there are 4 horizontal lines. 4 horizontal lines are there. So you need to select any 2 lines. You need to select any 2 lines. How do you do that? 4C2. Selecting 2 out of 2 horizontal lines and 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines is what you need. 4 horizontal lines are there. You need 2 horizontal lines out of 4. I can select in how many ways? 4C2 ways. And means multiplication. You need 2 vertical lines. There are 3 vertical lines. Out of them you need 2. So this is 3C2. If you do this, what do you get here? 4C2 is 6 into. This is 3. Exactly 18 rectangles. So we are getting 18 rectangles. That's what we got it when I calculated, right? 18 rectangles is my final answer. Observe. Suppose if I have, let us say, 6 cross 4 grid. 6 cross 4 grid. How many rectangles? Observe. We know that in a 6 cross 4 grid, there will be 6 horizontal lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 4 vertical lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot calculate it manually, people. It will be very cumbersome, right? What we can do here? So we know that we need 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines for every one rectangle. So number of totally 6 horizontal lines are there. Available are 6 horizontal lines. I need to select 2 from them, that is 6C2. And we need 4 vertical lines. We need 2 out of them, 4C2. So if you solve this, this is 15, this is a 6. So what do we get? 90 rectangles. 90 rectangles can be formed using 6 cross 4 grid, and that is how we calculate number of rectangles. Am I clear with this topic, everybody? Am I clear with this? Please do confirm in the chat box. Please do confirm in the chat box, everyone. So that is the end of problems based on geometry in permutation and combination. So still there are many other types, people. Yes, we can go with many other types, but you know, this is more than sufficient for you. You need not to bother much about it. Okay, so that will now bring us to the end of today's session, and my sincere request, like in every other class, so can you repeat once? Chetan, observe. What do we have? 6 horizontal lines are there. Horizontal lines are 6. You need 2. you need two. Okay, for one rectangle, you need two horizontal lines. Look, these are horizontal and these are vertical. You need two horizontal and two vertical. Okay, totally six cross grid means you have six horizontal and four vertical are there. This is available. For six horizontal, out of six horizontal, you need only two lines. You can select first line and second line, first and third, first and fourth, first and fifth, or second and third, or second and fifth, any two. So how do we do that? 6C2 ways. And then vertical four are there. Vertical four are there. You need only any two. You can select first and third, or first and fourth, or second and fourth, anybody. So out of four, you need to 4C2. That's all. 4C2 into 6C2 into 4C2. So 15 into 6, you will get 90 rectangles. Am I clear, buddy? Chetan, am I clear? Okay. So that is end of today's session. Okay, so again we'll meet tomorrow, people. Tomorrow we shall have another session, but tomorrow onwards we will be dealing with the problems on arrangements. Okay, so till then, make sure if you did not watch previous videos on PNC, watch the previous video of PNC and as well as other topics which are already available. You can check it in, the playlist, or you can check it in the app, people. Everywhere you will find all the videos. In the app, you just go to your batch, TCS Ninja and WIPRO NLTH. Inside the batch, check the videos. Okay, in our app. I'm talking about in our app. So there, every live class will be given to you. So that is all from my side. Please inform your other friends. Okay, please inform your other friends about all the free classes. Let them take the advantage of all these sessions, people. So that is from my side, people. Do not forget, before you leave, do not forget to like the class and subscribe to my channel. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much, guys. See you tomorrow again.